Well, last week Paul asked me if I'd share my testimony, and I thought I wasn't sure what I was going to really talk about, but then I thought about what we'd done in youth the fortnight before, which was talking about how God had always been there in our lives and how sometimes it takes the bad things to make things better. And I thought about how that had affected me and how it had been apparent in my life, and it made me think about all like the like when I'd always been to church since I was 3 weeks old. Always been, you know, my family had always been Christians throughout the family, and I'd always subconsciously believed in God. But and I was confirmed, I was christened, and then confirmed when I was about 10, 11, and I thought at that point I had decided that, you know, I wanted to give my life to God. But then some of the things, you know, like when my dad left when I was 7, I got over that. But then when it started coming to it, when I started high school and the bullying started and things like that, I really started to think, you know, I completely lost. I didn't even think about faith, you know. It wasn't that I'd chosen to not give my life, but just lost my faith, really. I just, you know, wouldn't think about God so much, and the church we were at the time wasn't fantastic, and I think it took that period of time where I was being bullied and where, you know, things weren't really going well for me, and the time after that to actually bring me closer to God again. And it wasn't, I think, until I wrote the songs and everything came out, you know, everything came out through the music and through things like that, that until I came here, that I really actually gave my life to God properly, you know, really gave my life to God as my Lord and Saviour. And I think it just took all those bad things and all the ups and the downs, and it really relates that sometimes you need to go through the bad things and you need to have the hard times for the good things to happen afterwards. And now everything, I mean, we've been talking about the Olympics thing and the boys dance, that's just happened, the album, the songs, everything is just looking up at the moment. And but it took all of that bad stuff and all of that stuff where I really felt down and just felt really alone and didn't feel like felt like I was useless, really, at that point. For me to actually realise just how God was working in my life, because up until that point it'd just been the everyday, you know, go to church, not really think about what the people were saying at the front of the church, you know, go to youth and just sit and listen but not really take anything in. And like I say, it wasn't until all of the bad stuff happened and all of the bullying and dad leaving and things like that, that actually I realised that, you know what, God's working in my life and things have got better. And I think that's all I've got to say, to be honest. But thank you. Yeah, thanks for listening.
Thank you, Jake. Thank you, Jake.